As writers, we're always appreciative to be born in this era of information. We'd always have to admit that we're encountering opportunities to write ranging from physical writing to social media or some random writings. These are all writings, and why not write with these genres?
There are always interesting dynamics when writing collides with anything sparkling in our world. As a media of communication, we definitely can perceive by reading the writings from others and express by writing to others. In these communications, we're able to see the struggles around our world. We see struggles of identifying the real values of art when disturbed by money from Berger. We see struggles of recognizing identities of oneself in the chaotic world in the play Red. We see struggles of individuals trying to fit them into the unjust society from Weidman and Alice plus Frida. We see struggles of people trying to make an impact for a better world with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And we see struggles of people finding the nature of writing from the Expos 5 and McCarthy's research. At the same time, we also see the nice progression in our world. There are people relieved from the interference of money. There are people sharing the happiness of life. And there are people using everything they have to trade us with a better world. As a mutual communication, we can always share our ideas through writing back. Writings are simple enough for us to share our feelings of a small event, but are also critical enough to express opinions on a global issue. Writings are casual enough to discuss ideas through social media, but are also formal enough to spread a proposal around discourse communities. Writings are short enough to describe the happening of a single incident, but are also long enough to conclude the whole life of a person.
Always reflect on processes of writing. I see ultimate freedom and infinite potentials. Writing is like magic, and we're all magicians. It is already a component of our life, so why not write when possible? Write truthfully to get the freedom of express and to be improved as a better writer and thinker.
Writing is such an amazing tool for us. Whether or not have you already developed these skills, writing guarantees to improve you with all of them, while you might also explore more while you write. There is not an upper limit for you when you write, as writing not only makes you a better writer, but also a better thinker, a better person.
By writing in my Reintroduction to Writing class, I see myself developing critical ideas and debating between perspectives while explore Berger's way of seeing while writing. I start to notice more intentional choices with rhetoric, and I start to make writing a habit of myself. Moreover, I learn to write fluently with transitions and the conciseness. Just like mentioned in business writing, we need to write with precision and concision. Writing brings way more benefits than you would think about. And now it's the time to join me and write. Some of you might consider writing as something limited to only some people working for it, but I would correct you if you think so. Writing is a given privilege for every single person. Here are some expectations from the University Writing program in Johns Hopkins University.
Writing is a process where you develop ideas not only in your own discipline, but also in further areas. This means to read and write in different disciplinary that corresponds with the academia or issues around our world. Thus, my reintroduction to writing in class adapts a wide range of genres from plays to scientific research, from documentary to biography, and a lot more genres.
Writing is such a dynamic process, and there is not really a boundary of what you can not do with it. You would consider writing literature, philosophy, and history as conventional, but I would say that writing science, mathematics, and arts are as applicable. For example, in my first year seminar class about how science works, we discussed different languages used for scientific community, which is a discourse community, as well as used for general public as public service announcements. This particularly resonate with me when I attempt to create a poster for my public writing about mathematical education when compared to my professional writing designed to be spread within a discourse community. For that point, I wish to tell you, ability to write for different audiences is important for you all.
Moreover, While I am using the Writing Center, they are much more than just revising errors and finding better ways to revise. I'm able to share my critical thoughts to a peer. I even discuss the values of art and money with a writing buddy innovated by ways of seeing. I enjoy these moments as these are fundamental use of writing, which is for communications and exchanges of ideas.
It is challenging to write in different genres, especially within the areas that you're unfamiliar in a novel and challenging field. However, from my introduction to writing class, I found myself inspired and thought more critically in the areas when I'm unfamiliar with it. These are all encourages for us to explore a larger world that we have never had a chance to enter before.
Without limitations, there are much more fun stuffs awaiting to be explored. I found interest, especially in writing a biography with a storytelling style, or I found novelty in forming a reflection through a video like this. You would as well be able to explore interests of different styles in different places. Never consider writing as a burden to yourself, but consider it as a joyful thing to do and innovations to try new things.
With all of above, I hope that I have convinced you to start writing as a writer. Whether it is the determination to sign up for a writing intensive class outside your familiar field, or take some time to write freely based on your interests. Whether you are writing a formal essay with a word limit, or you're writing something that you do not know where it is going. In the technological era of a globalized world, you can write about anything you'd like to discuss and post them in any community when you want to create friendly exchange of ideas. I advise you to start writing today, and you will gain much more than what you could imagine.